Join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, Coogan Cassius, and some very special guests. Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn,
you get up, you dress up, and you fucking show up.
It's Joe Pugh for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're here at the Origin Gym, home of Rainham Boxing Club. Delighted to be joined once again. Mr. Mark Tibbs, how are you, mate?
Lovely, thanks, Joe, and it's good to see you again at our gym in Rainham, because you're a Rainham boy as well.
I am a Rainham boy, born and bred, but we're here for the Johnny Fisher media workout. It's a big step up for him. Just speaking to Eddie Hearn, apparently yourself, his team asked for this area title fight against Harry Armstrong. Yeah,
I think S-Jam and Matchroom Boxing have done really, really well in bringing this together on such a big card. AJ Whyte 2, London O2 doesn't get much better or bigger for Johnny Fisher.
How tough of a fight is Harry Armstrong, and how big of a step up is it compared to his previous opponents?
Well, Harry Armstrong knows how to box. He's got that boxability about him, and he's a big man, and that's why it's a step up for Johnny Fisher. But I have every confidence. I know what Johnny does in here, in the factory, in the gym, around the gyms, in the UK, sparring with top opposition. I know what he can do, and it's well deserved of Johnny Fisher. He's got a great work ethic. He comes from he's a good man. He's a good man, a hard working man, and he's a winner.
It was just announced yesterday that one of your other prospects, Tommy Fletcher, will be on the Joyce Zhang 2 card. Another fantastic opportunity for Tommy Fletcher, and expect fireworks from him once again.
Brilliant opportunity again for Tommy Fletcher. He's fighting on the Joyce Zhang card. Yeah, where is that? Whereabouts is it going to be?
That's going to be at Wembley. Yeah.
Wembley. Yeah. That's. I spoke to Tommy. Tommy's in Las Vegas at the minute, helping out Joe Joyce with a bit of southpaw sparring, and he's back soon. And we're in communication. We're going to, finish him off over here. He's got probably allowed a month, just over a month when he comes back. So I expect him to be in half good nick.
Yeah. I spoke to you about this before because Johnny's been out in Vegas with Joe helping him before. Now Tommy, how good is it for them to get that experience stateside in the desert, high altitude, and training with some of the world's best?
Well, what it does, Joe, you heard that word seasoning. So that when you think about that word seasoning, give it flavour. Sprinkle it on. You sprinkle that flavour on, not too much, a little bit at a time. Where they're so young and not very mature yet, as in they're not real fully grown, thickened out men yet. If they get these opportunities, it's very good for them. And Tommy has grown already. I think he's been out in training camp somewhere. He's been. S-Jam sent him somewhere, and he's grown from that. And they grow from it. A well-travelled person, it helps you, as long as they don't get knocked about and they're looked after on the way. Because there's a lot of people out there that use and abuse people for sparring. But Tommy's been on a couple of trips now, and I've watched him grow as a young man too, and it's good for him. Good for Johnny Fisher. He's done it a few times, and Johnny's fighting for titles now. So if all my young stable can watch and look at the process, what's happening, they can get what's happening here today. It can happen to them as well.
Also really good to see John Edges back in the gym. We know he had his layoff with his hand injury, but good to see him back, ticking over, ready for a return maybe in November, December time.
Yes, Johnny Hedges is doing some work with Sonny Cannon, our strength and conditioner up here at the Origin, and I've seen him a couple of times, just saw him just now. It's good to see him. It's good to see him. He's a very, 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 very talented boxer, Edges. No one can hit him.
He told me off camera that he's going to be moving up to cruiserweight. He's a big lad. I think it was always a struggle to make light heavy, but do you think he can naturally develop into a strong cruiserweight that can go through up to title level?
If he's still got the desire, in about 8 years' time, he will be an heavyweight. You get me? So look, a 20-year-old kid, you don't hold them back. You don't work against nature. You work with nature, you fuel it, and you have to work accordingly. And yes, it's a good thing he's moving up a cruiser, because he's a big man. He's a very, very big man, very good, cute boxer too. And he's getting offensive at the right time now. It's really, really good. Looking forward to getting stuck into him back in the camp and him fighting in November. He's just had a hand operation, and I expect him to fight for a title like Johnny Fisher before Christmas.
Somewhere around here doing his raps behind me, we've got Joe Bartel. He was meant to be fighting a couple of weeks ago, I think he's there. But now that's been rescheduled to the 11th, the day before Johnny's fight. But I know you've been so vocal about how much talent you think that Joe Bartel possesses. So looking good in the gym, ready for another big test. I was talking to him, and he's a tough Nicaraguan, I think, his opponent.
Yeah, he's got a tough Nicaraguan, big puncher. Good record for where he is. Good record. Not many prospects would take fights like this. So credit to Joe Bartel. I've got a lot of confidence in his box ability, puncher as well. But he's got 6 rounds to work this Nicaraguan out, and hopefully play some big bombs on him. But listen, we've got to have a bit more look at him. But no, he's in a good fight, Joe Bartel, on the 11th of August at the York Hall on the Boxing Social event. Good fight for him, yeah, for sure. He's only his 3rd pro fight, yeah.
I know you've got a few more lads training down here now, but away from that, just all good in the Origin gym and the Mark Tibbs stable?
Lovely, it's all lovely. It's all lovely in the camp, and if it ain't lovely, we've got to make it lovely. It is what it is, and we work and we stay in a positive mindset. We work with the best with what we got, and we just chip away. Keep chipping and clipping and slipping.
I like it. Joshua Whyte then, it's obviously the rematch. You've seen Joshua's career develop from the Olympics, reaching all the way to unified world champion. He isn't unified anymore, but he's hoping to get this Whyte fight as the comeback trail. You've worked with Dillian Whyte. What do you make of this rematch, kind of 7 years on from the original?
I think it's a great fight for them both. I think they didn't have nowhere to go really. I mean, not nowhere to go, but I think it's a good fight. For themselves. This fight will bring out the best in them, so we'll see where they're at. You know what I'm saying? And I had a little look at Derek James, what he's doing with Joshua. I like what I see, and I like Dillian's new coach. Remind me.
Buddy McGirt.
Buddy McGirt. I like our Buddy coaches too. And I met Buddy McGirt about 12 years ago at the Tico gym in Canning Town years ago, and he had Isaac Chalamba over there then. And so no, that's a great fight. Them two. What a card, eh? Them two. Imagine the old rivalry between them. I can't wait, and what they've both been through as fighters. And we'll see what they've got. We'll see what they've both got. But yeah, good fight.
I don't know if you saw comments that AJ made about his former trainer, Rob McCracken. He said that he gave him his best years and kind of criticised the defensiveness. There was back and forth between AJ and Carl Froch. But as a trainer yourself, held in such high esteem in the British boxing, would you feel disrespected if Joshua was coming out with those sort of comments if you were Rob McCracken?
Well, listen, if it's something he said, I think at some point in his life he probably will regret it. But we've all said them. We've all been like that. But listen, you've only got to look at what Robert McCracken and Anthony Joshua did together. Olympic gold medalists, amateur, yeah, world champion. World champion a couple of times, wasn't he?
Yeah,
unified world champion. So, and listen, I watched. When I was with Dillian Whyte in Saudi Arabia, I sat and watched Robert McCracken talk Anthony through that fight with Andy Ruiz, like I did with Dillian, the same. That's what we're passionate about, what we do. We talked him through round by round. And I watched MCCRACKEN do that with Anthony. So listen, you've only got to look at what they did together, you know, to say that was probably, you know, don't really add up to what he said. But listen, I didn't hear him say it, but you guys tell me he did. But
finally, massive fight this weekend. Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford. What's your prediction for that one, Mark?
I only know Terence Crawford. I've seen him in the gyms and I've watched him fight. And what I see, I don't see anyone beating him. But, you know, everyone could be beat. So I can't keep my eye on everything. You know, I've got a busy life. I've got my own boys and girls to look after. And I've got my own son and my own family to keep an eye on as well. But I can't wait for that fight. Looking forward to it. A nice bit of boxing this weekend. PBC, right? Yep. Got it. Terence Crawford, phenomenal fighter. I was in the same gym as him about 4 or 5 years ago near Nebraska, and I watched him fight in Lincoln. Quality. Oh, mate. Quality, man. Quality fighter. Superb. Lovely trainer and all. I can't think of his name. Lovely trainer he had. But I can't think of his name.
Bomac, was it Bomac at the time?
Yeah, I know him by face, but yeah. It was good. He's good. Good fight. One of our pound for pounds, Terence Crawford. I'm backing him.
100%. Mark, thank you very much for speaking to IFL TV and having this mad media day for Johnny Fisher up here, and I'll see you soon, mate.
Thank you for coming down, Joe.
For the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, Coogan Cassius, and some very special guests. Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn,
You get up, you dress up, and you fucking show up.